Zealand. I'm excited to be back here for two reasons. It's dirt bike paradise, and I'm riding a dirt bike here for the next 5 days. Not your average dirt bike, a big one. It's basically a sports bike engine cradled in an off-road chassis. KTM's first incarnation of this monster was the 950 Rally, a bike they built to race and win the Dakar Rally in 2002. But the big unit was deemed too fast, too brutal, and by 2004 was the bike that had twin cylinders banned from the Dakar Rally for good. But the Austrian desert beast had already stamped its legacy. KTM put the 950 DNA into production and from 2003 released a succession of twin-cylinder off-road weapons from then till now. Thanks to Ultimate Adventure Moto Tours of New Zealand, I'm exploring the South Island on KTM's 890 Adventure R.
Back on KTM's latest version of the 890 Adventure R. Such a weapon. If I was to sum these things up at a glance, it's basically a KTM 500 EXC with a sports bike engine in it. They're pretty wild.
Venison and whiskey pie.
Not even 2 hours into the tour and we're already into majestic scenery as we elevate towards Arthur's Pass.
What KTM have mastered with this bike is they've just retained such a sharp dirt bike feel. And I felt this way on the Norden last year when you get on the pegs, that relationship between your hands and feet on the bar position, even the seating position. You don't sit down into these things, you sort of sit on top of them. Very EXC-like. Very enduro bike. It's interesting, you know, a lot of other big bikes, twin cylinder adventure bikes, you hop on them and their physical size and presence and nature of their engines, all that combined is just a total behemoth.
For most of the 14 other riders on tour, it's their first time visiting New Zealand. Some have come along with their mates, but there's a few who've rolled in solo.
Mordor, Middle Earth as they call it.
I'm one of those who've rolled in solo, finding my place among a group of strangers. Motorcycles are a great binder for like-minded people. At face value, our guards are up, but with every corner turned or mountain passed, the group starts to merge into a unit. When you ride with people, relationships form at a faster pace because you're sharing big experiences crammed into a short space in time.
Final run down the West Coast Highway now to day one's accommodation.
What the group don't know is that I'll be giving away my acro muffler to one of them at the end of this ride.
Breakfast straight up.
What's happening today?
Bitumen, twisties,
New
rain.
Zealand West Coast.
New Zealand West Coast, yeah, definitely. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome day.
Yeah. Like just waking up to this Jurassic Park kind of scenario. It's epic.
Yeah.
It's funny, that's what I named it yesterday on, I put a little social media thing out. I said it was like riding through Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Isn't it just?
That's exactly how I wrote it.
Pretty cool. And then we'll get down to Lakes Wanaka and Hawea, which are amazing. It's our southern lakes, beautiful turquoise lakes.
The west coast of New Zealand is another world. Snow-capped mountains meet subtropical rainforest, which meets a rugged coastline. There's nowhere else to go but south along an epic motorway.
For a bike with this much horsepower and with off-road tyres on it, it's days like these you cherish the electronics because yeah, the precision and the accuracy, it's amazing how it can preempt wheel spin in the rain mode. It's a good thing. It's a somewhat necessary thing.
So yeah, it's a pretty miserable afternoon, eh? So we'll just skip it. We'll get over to Queenstown and we'll go and sit in front of a warm fire and have a beer, eh?
Reset.
Everyone keen on that?
No, I prefer to ride in the rain.
Yeah, let's find some snow.
That's because you're the only Englishman on tour.
I bet there's no dust.
You brought this English fucking weather, didn't you?
It's Alex's birthday, so his shout.
Day 3, men.
Yep, we're
Are
here.
you ready to take on the Nevis?
We're ready.
Have you heard of this joint?
No? You gonna tell us about it?
Oh, it's just a magical off-road section
Alright.
through the high plains of New Zealand. Or something like that.
Okay. We're ready, man.
It's good that you guys got it last night.
It was good last night. Everyone had a
Were
good
you out for
shot, mate.
beers?
Of course.
Of course.
And the stupid thing was, it was Alex's birthday.
Yeah.
And these little black shots come out.
Oh, no.
And just, you know, out of courtesy for his birthday, just sunk it. What the f*** is that? Jägermeister.
Oh, how good is that? You're in
I
an
hated
alpine
that
region.
shit 20 years ago.
Yeah, but they do that
last
down at
night it was
Springfield.
surprisingly okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Snow on the mountains, cloud on the water. Stunning, absolutely stunning. It's got to be one of the most spectacular runs out of any city. Not even 15 minutes out of Queenstown. Look at this. Beautiful.
Central Otago. I like to call it Middle Earth, reminiscent of the Lord of the Rings series, of which many scenes were filmed at various locations around New Zealand. I've always said there's no better way to traverse the planet than by the seat of a motorcycle. You don't just see the landscape, you're in the landscape. You feel every change in temperature, every texture in the terrain, every rise in elevation. Not everyone gets it. Not everyone embraces the discomfort that comes with riding through the elements. But for those willing, the most magical destinations can be found in the harshest environments.
Yeah, so this is Steve Gillies. He's the tour operator running this show. Dude's a like salt of the earth Kiwi, just loves it, loves everything about motorcycling, and he's just pieced together like, I don't know, just a good adventure route that everyone can handle. But honestly, this is what we came for. Have a look at this joint. It is just spectacular, as good as it gets for riding a motorcycle. Couple of legendary Aussie lads right here. This is Mark right in front of me. Yeah, like he races off-road, bit of everything really. I think he's a corporate lad now, and he's using this experience to decide whether or not he's gonna buy a modern adventure bike. And then up front, Paul, just another classic dude. I was drinking rum with him last night. He's from South Australia, just lives and breathes off-road, and good lads, you know. It's just good to get to meet people like this. The mighty Nevis.
One detail I should probably tell you about this tour is that it was pitched as Ultimate Adventure Moto's Ride with Adam Riemann tour. The notion of people travelling all the way to New Zealand to ride with me is a little odd. Whatever the case, it's dawned on me that there's a certain obligation to ride with these lads as part of their tour experience. Alright then boys, game on.
Time to do a bit of a sneak by, I reckon. Boys, put the pass on. Oh, he's coming back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of payback. That's called payback. Look at this joint. Middle Earth on the adventure bikes.
Day 3 with the 890R, it just reinforces everything I've ever thought about these bikes, and they really are the highest performance twin cylinder off-road bike that there is. And you know, the elephant in the room, it's been unfortunate for all the shit that KTM has been through, but all that aside, the way these things handle, it's like every other adventure bike you ride. You can push it to a point and then you find its limit and it's like, whoa, settle down, this is a big machine, right? But with these things, it's very difficult to find that limit of how far you can push them. And in real off-road, enduro-like terrain, you know, they've just got this mojo, this dirt bike mojo. And I think that's the attraction that so many people are stuck on, you know, when they want to experience riding a big bike in proper off-road conditions. The 890s are hands down leading the way. You know, this rally-inspired machine, rally R&D through KTM, have ended up with this, and it's absolutely undeniable how hard you can ride them. So just personally, my little attachments, acro pipe, beautiful, sounds so good, loses a bit of weight over the standard. Pirelli Scorpion Rally race tyres, the shit we were just charging through back there with the boys, these things are just like, they're like enduro bike tyres for adventure bikes. You're not going to get huge Ks out of them, but when you need them to work, they work. That front tyre, I would not use anything else, even for long trips, you know. I don't ride that quick on the road, so there's more than enough grip. And it was 5 degrees this morning on that icy road next to the lake, and this is the kind of adventure bike riding that I like, you know, big distances through epic terrain and being able to treat the bike like an enduro bike while you're at it. What'd you think of the Nevis, Kev?
Oh, that's awesome.
It's magic, isn't it?
I love that, yeah. No dust, plenty of water.
Yep.
Yeah. Magic.
Plenty of, you know, it was exciting every time another river crossing come up, wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Awesome.
I'll hold it for you.
Couple of things I should add. This bike has the couple of spicy treats. It's got the WP Pro Set suspension, which is kind of next level really. It's basically one of the main reasons you can treat this thing like an enduro bike. And oh, this is a big one. Oh, I could have belted it, but I won't. Maybe the next one. Ooh. And the other thing I've got is the off-road spec rims. So they're really good because they're a lot stronger than standard, and they fit the profile of my Pirelli tyres a lot better. So, you know, if you got the extra coin, anyone who seriously wants to use their bike like a proper off-road beast, doesn't hurt to have these little extras, if you can afford it, I guess.
As a means to test the 890, I've taken a small detour from the group through a greasy section of hills. Three days in now, and I've been taking some mental notes on who's in the running to receive my Acro muffler and my Alpine Stars Tech Air 5 vest.
So we got Nick here, just a good value lad. I'm not sure where he's from. Work that out. Keep it together, son. Come on, it's only a 690. Don't run into the gate.
I am from the Hunter.
That is a big greasy finger, mate.
You got a ball so it doesn't spill when you pass the level.
Alright, dude. I gotta put this on your head, man. Group
Men. Here's to running a hot pace through the Nevis.
Through the Nevis. To the Nevis and back.
Cheers. Hey, you gotta look over.
Salud.
Salud.
Hang on, Spanish here. Arriba. Arriba. Abajo. Al centro. Al dentro.
When I woke up this morning, I had a look up there and it was covered in a layer of cloud right at the top where we want to go to get the views, but poof, it's all gone, so awesome.
Day 4. Let's see what day 4 has for us. Sydney boys, loving it. You're starting to look like an off-road rider, Max.
Getting there?
Yeah.
Getting there. Day by day.
Keeping it on 2 wheels through all the shit.
Stay the course.
Stay the course. No, you boys are killing it.
Thanks, mate.
It's good to see.
It's good fun.
Yeah, getting a good rhythm now.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, don't worry. Hey, you ever seen me with a bag of lollies, mate?
Could have saved me a lot of money.
You and your f***ing $4,000 jacket, shivering.
Should have bought our Pine Stars, mate. Yeah. That's what he's telling us.
I've been looking at all your videos.
We got it? Yeah. I'll get you one. I saw you through that give way sign. It's good to put your head up and have a look after you pass the sign.
Thank you.
Centre stage is Alex, tour comedian and sweep rider of this epic trip.
Yeah, a little bit of a highway boost for me.
Take Adam down to the 2 rivers. Can you
The crossing's coming up.
Are you still working, mate, or do you want a beer? I'm not a professional. You know, these guys as well, professionals, they're working.
I actually just had a beer outside.
Four days in and everyone is in their groove, flowing through the terrain with confidence.
Danzy's Pass sure has delivered. Tell you what, it's bloody cold. My hands are freezing. Yeah, but what can I say about this 890? Like, it just fits me like a glove now. 4 days in, it just really is a big enduro bike. 2 cylinders. 2 cylinders, a shitload of horsepower, and faultless handling. Faultless handling. There is no other way to describe it. slippery.
The nature of a dirt bike ultimately controls the nature of the ride. So when you're on a big machine that acts like a good dirt bike, you start riding it like one.
Wow. That bit was steep. Fuck.
There comes a point when you've got to put your money where your mouth is. I'd have been a little nervous attacking that hill on a 450. So to get up and down it so cleanly on the 890 is a real credit to the off-road capabilities of this weapon.
Do we have a room number, old son?
I've never really seen you ride. I don't watch a lot of people's videos at all. But that climb out of Danzi's, I stand there with Rob.
Just another day at the office.
You worked for it. I saw you going up there and I was like, the back end of this was balls, and I was going, holy fuck.
It was, yeah, steep and rough and no run up. Because where the steepest bit started, it just turned left.
Oh yeah, I was watching, I was like going, holy shit, that was...
Old Christopher would have been proud.
Oh yeah, mate, I don't think he would have gone up.
And what a surprise. The last thing I ever expected to see in a remote country pub in New Zealand was an XRV 750 Africa Twin.
The owner, I didn't even know who the owner was, and I had the key to his pride and joy. Does anybody not know what this is?
Motorcycle.
It's not fucking yours. It isn't mine. But I need to hear it. I'm going to love these things. Everything works, it's got the trip master. Right, twin carbs, choke. You know, once you start it, and the old Honda should do the rest.
This is an RDO 7, one of the last ones made in the late 90s, early 2000s. It turns out a fan of my warhorse knew we were coming and asked the publican if he could bring his horse into the stable.
That's sweet. 66,000 Ks. Valves probably haven't even been checked.
Just really loving this machine, you know, like I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just such an instinctive feel riding this bike. It really is a credit to KTM, what they've built. It's a sports bike engine in a dirt bike frame.
What a ride. What a team. I think I speak for everyone on tour in that this has been a truly memorable, fulfilling motorcycle experience.
That's a wrap. 5 days.
Yeah, well done. We all made it back in one piece. I just want to thank all you guys. You've been a bloody great crew, eh? Like, everyone's got on really well and, you know, gelled you know, as a team, and yeah, we worked the week together, which is great. Adam's just got a couple of things to say.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd thing to think that a lot of you would travel all this way to ride your bike with me, but with or without me, you've had an epic ride, and that's cool. And it's good to have been able to get to know you guys. You know? And look, just in that, I've worked out that a lot of you are genuine followers of Motology films, right? All the shit that I do, and over the week, I've just kind of kept an eye on, you know, pieced together a bit of a, let's call it a prize podium. And I don't have much, but I got a few things. And I'm going to hand these out to someone who, the old bull, he's a bit of a hard charger. And he's run off the road a few times this week. I reckon these are going to help you see. Honestly, been really good riding with you.
Wheelie man.
Actually, an inspiration. Look, you're not old, but you're older than most of us, and you ride really well. And no, it's good to see. It's been brilliant. Now, the biggest character of the tour. Good value, mate. I just like the way you roll. You take risks on two wheels. Now look, I'm not going to give you the shirt off my back, but I'll give you something better. I've been running this all week. It's a brand new Tech Air 5 explosive vest.
You think out of everyone I need it most.
At some point, you're going to throw that 690 down the road. You're going to need it. It's been awesome. Now, the number one prize, it's a tough one, and there's actually only 4 of you that could qualify anyway, because you're 890 riders. And yeah, this is a tough one. But I think for me, it's just come down to not only how you act on tour and how you ride, but I want this to go to who I feel is a genuine fan, and that came across right from the word go. Mike, you play the signature Motology act.
This week has taught me that we have more in common than just riding bikes. I've learnt that we are all using motorcycles to better shape the course of our lives. I've met good men who are living life after competitive racing. Men who are living their life from one motorcycling event to the next. Men who are prioritising riding over the lifelong pressure of business. And men who are simply using motorcycling as a means to carry on after an unthinkable loss.